Hello community, hope you are doing well. If you haven't subscribed this channel, please subscribe, like and share the video. In this video, we are going to see a query parameter. If you ever wonder how to handle URL parameter like question mark page equals to 1 and limit equals to 10 in your FastAPI application, this video is for you. By the end of this tutorial, you will master everything from basic query parameter to advanced validation technique. Let's get started. So first, what are the query parameters? First thing first, what exactly are query parameters? Query parameters are the key value pair that appear after the question mark in URL. For example, we have one URL like https api.example.com users question mark page equals to 10 and limit equals to 10. Okay, so here page and limit are our query parameters. They are perfect for filtering data, pagination, sorting and configuring API response. Fast API makes working with this incredibly simple and powerful. So let's start with the basic setup. I will assume you already have Fast API installed, but if not, then you can check the previous video. So now let's add our first query parameter. Here is the magic. In the Fast API, any function parameter that is not declared in path automatically become a query parameter, which is a page and limit. That's it. Now if you visit items question mark page equals to 1, page equals to 2 and limit equals to 5, Fast API automatically give page limit and message. Let's check here 127.0 and docs. Okay, so you can see here item is there. Let's try it out 2 and 10 and execute. You can see it's written page 2 limit 10 and showing page 2 with 10 items. It is the message. So point is that extract the query parameter, convert them into right path, pass them to our function validation the data type for us. So type hints and validation. Fast API is real power comes from types hints. Let's see a different parameter type in a action. Okay, let's see the example. See over here I have added a query category, min price, max price, in stock, tags and created after, which are the query parameter, and here I have defined the types. Like for query it is string, category it is optional string, and min price is the float and max price is the optional float type. Okay, and in stock is boolean, text is list in string, and created after is optional but date time parameter, and it's returning all query parameter in the response. Okay, let's check in the browser. Here I'm refreshing my URL. You can see it is another API. You can see, let's try it out. Here I'm added a demo. It is category. Let's add test number 12 and you can add here 14. In stock is true and created after it is optional. If you want to add you can add, otherwise you can skip it. Okay, and let's try it out. Execute. Here we are getting a string error application JSON. Okay, so let's see where is the error. Let's add over here 0305 2022. Okay, and check, still it is an error. Let's check in the browser. First example, let's see the string. Here search query equals to laptop. You can see it's returning query is laptop, category null, price is 00, in stock is true, text null and created after is null. Let's add another query parameter which is in stock equals to false. You can see it's false. Sorry, here we have to add, and you can see in stock equals to false. You can see here in stock equals to false. Okay, and list tag equals to electronic and tag equals to text equals to computer. You can send multiple here text because we are taking its type is array. Okay, so now let's remove text from here. That is we have to handle in another way. That's we will see in the next video. Okay, that's where you can check your API and validate with the query parameter input. Okay, so next, want to more control, use a fast API query class for advanced validation. Okay, So let's see that code. Here we use annotated class for the powerful validation. Here we can use a multiple validation in the one class with the same data type. Okay, so you can check if you want to use a different data type, then you have to use the union instead of the annotated. Okay, so using annotated class, you can write the multiple query parameter with the same type. So here we added search for the string with length validation, and page which for is integer with range validation, and sort category is list with the size limit, and sort by is custom validation with the regex, and include inactive which is with description for autodocs. This is give a powerful validation with automatic error message. Okay, let's check. Let's add over here a root add app.get. You can refresh this URL and you can see here we are getting the product. Let's add the value 1,10 category product, toys and books. Sort by, or here you can add anything, date, price, anything. Okay, and here equals to true. Let's execute. You can see it's returned the response body with the search page, categories and sort by and include inactive. Okay, let's build something practical, a user management API with comprehensive filter. Okay, so in that I already have implemented this code, so let's understand that. So here I have added one class which is user role, and another class is for sort order. Okay, and so in user endpoint we are adding a pagination, filter, sorting and date filtering. Okay, here I have implemented a filter logic. If role inside the filter user, then it's written the role, and if it is active is not none, then we are finding the active, and likewise search, start and pagination, and we are returning the user's pagination, and in the pagination we are returning page limit, total pages, and in the filter role, active, search, sort by and order. Okay, let's see this example in the browser. Here we have to use our file name which is the real world ex. Okay, we are getting over here could not import module app.real world ex. Let's remove from the app.try. Okay, so now it's running. Let's refresh. Let's refresh it. You can see we are getting our endpoint over here. Let's check integer filter by user, true. Here sort by name. Sorry, search with Alice, sort by name, descending, and date is 24/02/01. Execute. You can see we are getting the response with user with null, page 1, 10/01. Let's add limit 5, role admin, execute. You can see we are getting the name role admin with Alice, pagination and filtering. Okay, this is endpoint support complex query like this. Okay, so before we wrap up, here are my top 5 best practice for query parameter. First is always provide a sensible default. Don't make user specify every. Second is user type hints religiously. Fast APIs validation depends on them. Third one, limit list size. Prevent abuse with a query max length equals to n. Fourth one is use enum for limited choice and better validation and auto docs. Fifth one is add description. Your API docs will thank you. Okay, so here is the good practice, and we have to avoid this way to implement the code. Okay, you can see over here. One of the closest thing about fast API is that all this validation automatically creates a beautiful interactive documentation. Just visit a / and doc, and you will see all your query parameter with type information, validation rule, default value, description, and interactive testing interface. Your API consumers will love you for this. And that's a wrap up. We cover everything from basic query parameter to advanced validation and real world examples. Query parameters are essential for building a flexible, user-friendly APIs. Fast API makes them incredibly powerful yet a simple to implement. Use type hints for automatic validation. Leverage the query class for advanced feature. Provide sensible defaults. Document your parameter. Test with automatic If this is help you, smash the like button, subscribe for more fast API content, and let me know in comment what you would like to see in next. Okay, if you have any doubt or query, you can comment in the comment section. Thanks for watching this video.